Hello, everyone. My name is Maddie. I'm a lead counselor for Girls Inc. at YWCA Minneapolis. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm really excited to welcome all of you to our next installment of Woman of the Week today. So, this week, we're really excited to have Jackie Lloyd Cunningham here. Jackie is the Vice President of Marketing and Communications here at the YWCA Minneapolis. Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, awesome. Could you start by introducing yourself and telling us your pronouns and maybe a fun fact about yourself?
Hmm. As Maddie mentioned, I'm Jackie, known as Jackie. My full name is Jacqueline Lloyd Cunningham. It's a pretty long name, about 26 letters. I use she and her as pronouns. And let me think a fun fact. I was selected to go to London when I was 9 years old to sing as part of a larger contingent of choral singers.
Wow, that's really awesome. Are you still a singer?
Well, not as much as I would like. Pre-COVID, I joined this local, the Mill City Choir, which is led by the Fred and JD Steeles. And so I wanted to get back into singing and trying to find some time to do that, and was able to start doing that on Saturdays. And they're still doing some, Zoom rehearsals, but I haven't participated as much lately. So I'm looking forward to resuming that next year.
Can you start by telling us a little bit about your education path and your career path and like how you got to where you are now in your current career?
I'll first say that I was born and raised in New York, actually in the Bronx, New York. And I like to tell people that's the home of Kerry Washington and Jennifer Lopez, Justice Sotomayor, and also Cardi B, if anybody cares. So again, born and raised in New York, I attended a small women's Jesuit college, Marymount College in Tarrytown, New York. Got a BS degree, the marketing concentration from there. I then did some work actually with Bishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa, and then decided to get my MBA degree. I did that at Fordham University in New York City. And I'd say overall, I've got over 20 years of experience in marketing leadership positions. But my foray into, I guess, my professional career was when I was recruited by 3M out of graduate school, and I made my way here to Minnesota. And I worked at 3M in marketing research. That was the first concerted efforts to bring MBAs into the program. So I did marketing research for about 3 years, working on a variety of businesses, and then also moved into P&L, so having responsibility for profit and loss for businesses on the commercial side as well as the consumer side. I worked on brands like Scotch-Brite and Scotch, so pretty well-known and trusted brands, and love that work. I had a passion for fashion, and I still do. I love fashion. I don't get to spend as much time in it anymore, but so at the time I wanted to apply my skills to that arena, and I spent some time at the old Marshall Fields, and also spent some time at Target as well, leading the sales promotion marketing team there. I then moved on to Be the Match. I don't know if you all are familiar with Be the Match, but I was responsible for marketing for that organization to help blood cancer patients get life-saving marrow transplants. And just love that. And then moved on to YWCA Minneapolis, where I am now. I started as director of marketing when I came in, and I now serve as vice president, as you said, vice president of marketing and communications for the organization, with responsibility with my team and others for the leading and really designing the organization-wide marketing, communications, and public relations strategy, and of course the tactics to increase visibility of our mission and our great programs, and to engage the community in our work.
What has it been like being a leader in your field, and especially a female leader of color in your field?
I think that there are a lot of women in marketing and also in communications. In some organizations, they're disparate functions, and in other organizations, they're combined. The way I perceive marketing, pure marketing is really around product and product development and development of the product and selling that. And communications is the promotion and other activities helping to sell those products, if you will. But it certainly applies both to products and services. I think today, women are probably only slightly more likely than men to enter the marketing world. So I think it's pretty, 50-50. I haven't done any research on this at all lately, but I think it is probably about 50-50. But I do think that, males still dominate perhaps at some of the very, very senior positions in some of the large firms. But I think that there's overall good representation. I think, you'll find more men, perhaps given the fact that, women may want more flexibility and when they start families or if they're planning to start families. And I think even particularly now, with COVID, or during this time of COVID, mothers in marketing and certainly in other professional fields probably still carry a heavier burden, if you will, for when it comes to managing their career and caring for their family simultaneously.
What has been the most interesting project or position that you have worked in so far?
Well, I think a lot of the work that I did with 3M, again, it was sort of helped to set the foundation for me regarding the marketing role and the comprehensiveness of that work, and working with just folks from very different backgrounds and experiences, from scientists to the manufacturing team and the accounting team and the communications and design. So that really gave me a good comprehensive view and practical experiences from a marketing perspective. So that was important and key. But also, I would say my work now with YWCA Minneapolis has been really exciting and rewarding. I love the work that we do and think the work that we do helping to narrow the gaps in education for children is so crucial in providing opportunities, obviously, for our youth to grow and to be safe. Um, I've done some work with DESA here locally to help bring awareness to our work and our programming, and in particular our health and wellness business, and that's been a lot of fun. We actually shot a video at YWCA Uptown a couple of years ago, invited people in the community to come in and actually learn a dance that was choreographed on site. And she was gracious enough to develop and have that video shot for one of her new songs. And so that was one of a key moment and a key time that I've enjoyed. It was also really, really fun and interesting when a few years ago we celebrated our 125th year as an organization, and there was a lot of work to be done, planning the marketing and the event work to showcase all of the accomplishments we've had over the 125 years, and now we're moving into 130 years. So it's just exciting to be a part of a mission that's so bold and so relevant today, as relevant as it has been, in the past.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I really don't know. I'm not completely sure, actually. I know that I love the marketing discipline. I love research. I love strategy, strategic planning. I love the creative aspects of marketing and positioning and branding and all the work that goes into that. I really love that. But I'm also passionate about using my marketing skills as well, and my experiences, as well as my leadership skills and experiences, helping people live, I say, better and healthier lives, which is why I'm so attracted to the work that we do with YWCA Minneapolis. So I want to continue to leverage those skills and experiences in a way that helps me continue to play a role in helping people live better and healthier lives. I'm not quite sure what that looks like or what that will look like in 5 years, but I want to continue to bring those my skill sets and my passion for that work and my leadership skills and experiences to that work.
How have you been strong, smart, or bold in your life recently?
One of the things I did do this year that was new for me is I participated in a couple of protests after George Floyd's killing, and experienced some of what was shared on the news and in coffee shops, and it was really, really a challenging time for me. So I would say that it may not be bold to others, but it was a new sort of bold thing for me. I'm also, currently again living in this living the way we are right now with a lot of change as it relates to being able to navigate through COVID and again to navigate through this racial reckoning that we're all experiencing. I'm working hard to ensure that the well-being of my family is at the fore. I have a husband. I have two children who are in their. I hate to say this, but they're actually 20 years old already. But I want to make sure that they are well and cared for. And I'm striving to continue to be what I hope is a good leader and a coach for my team. We're all going through change and adapting and pivoting and experiencing transition. So I'm doing the best I can to be there for them and to give them the space and time to do their work while also, managing and taking care of their families. And I'm working to continue to challenge myself, personally and professionally to continue to grow and develop, but also, trying to step back and um, make sure I've got some time and space to just be
Mhm.
and give thought to my actions and how I can contribute further.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Jackie. I really appreciated everything that you shared with us and everything you had to say.
Thank you for having me. It was great talking with you all.